Okay, so my ideas on podcasting, my hub channels, my different mediums, my different stages of creation. When I started out, I've always been creating, but when I felt like I started out online anyway and actually found spaces that I enjoyed, I fell in love with YouTube. I felt already in the beginning that, of course, I want to get views. I want to make an impact. I hope to inspire others. I had one focus on the audience, but even more so, the YouTube platform became my space, my stage, not only to share, but to actually step onto and create. And I pretty soon started to do a lot of research and studying, and there were all these different strategies and systems and best practices, and I was so overwhelmed, and I never liked the idea of narrowing down to picking a brand voice. So the idea of having the first channel, the seed of creation, as the main hub, and then from there create additional channels, some of them more specified, and I will create more probably in the future, especially when it comes to really narrow my focus to talk about one product or service or one specific element, one specific conceptual system like manifesting or whatever. So all the different channels derives from the hub channel. And I really enjoy the podcast medium and the long form content, especially when I do believe that treasures to be found, insights to be found, transformations to make is actually discovered within each and every one of us. And a podcast or a video, even a how-to video, is merely the signpost to help the audience feel that connection, to feel that flow from inspirational ideas or to get that emotional connection. And I know that sounds so, emotional connection, but I do believe that even when it comes to learning things that we don't necessarily love and enjoy, if we can find that emotional connection, it doesn't have to be, my biggest desire. It can be me having a reason why I want to learn this recipe or how to set up my Substack account or whatever, even if that specific process is something that I just feel is more like a necessary means to an end, to be able to do more of the things that actually excites me, that actually aligns with something bigger.
It was a mistake. Once of all I made was to put my faith in us and see my independence fade away. I wanted to dare to take a chance. Next time I will.
So I was playing around a lot, and I wanted to allow myself to play around, but I also love the idea of conceptual themes, because sometimes it can help us to play just one instrument to make that grand piece, work of art. So I also kind of discovered on an emotional level the joy of vlogging or documenting my journey or whatever we want to call it.
Struggle in so many ways that you won't even know. When everybody else left, I were at your front row. Tried to meet you halfway, so many times I've tried, but now you put the blame.
So I have like a channel and playlist medium for that as well. But anyway, my thoughts on the medium podcast. First of all, I just want to mention my philosophy. We have a tendency in this dimension to wanting to identify things, to identify the music, the genre, to identify what type of content, what type of audience, the brand voice. and things like that. And once again, I'm not anti it. I just want us to remember that that is just a role we are playing. And playing a role is not about not being yourself. If you view this life as a journey, including different stages and different destinations you want to explore, and you want to explore the stage of traveling. And when doing so, you gain different abilities, talents, skill sets to be able to travel. Maybe you have no idea how it works. You need to have a passport, you need to have an itinerary, you need to book a hotel, things that you didn't know before, now you learn. And then maybe you want to talk about self-coaching and self-coaching prompts, and you enter that stage. And even if you are this very perky, energetic being, loving to joke a lot, but for this specific area and this specific stage, you put on the hat of providing value as a coach. So that is how I like to view the application of any conceptual idea or system. So not against it, I just want you to remember to not identify yourself with it or limit yourself to that. And playing a role is just you expressing and expanding different versions of you, this physical current version, body, mind, vehicle version of you. And I recently discovered, I've heard about it before, but I felt this sensation, this rush sensation of love, infatuation, when researching Substack.
In all the ways that I need to be me.
And I really feel that, yes, this could be an additional medium to my hub concept. A hub represents the stages that I and you and we all already carry within ourselves, the different dimensions within ourselves. And we create those stages to express and explore different type of things, different ideas, different concepts, different thoughts, different pieces of art, different creations, and so on. And this got me thinking even more about the podcast. Because now basically the episodes are short in terms of speaking a podcast, maybe like 10 to 15 minutes. But now I really felt like podcasting as an element of creation could really be the manifestation of that vision that I have, the vision of providing that inspirational flow, that energetic vibe, that energetic frequency directly from the source. When we receive those aha moments, when we receive the inspiration that we often call inspired ideas, but the truth is the inspiration is the flow that comes to us when we are present enough, when enough awareness is present enough so that energy from our spirit, from our being, from the divine source of everything can flow to us. And then we use that energy, we feel it in the body mind vehicle, and we turn that energy, that fuel, and through the medium of our mind we create a song or a blog post or take this photos and showcase and whatever. And on the Limitless Creator Hub space, I, in the very beginning, felt this urge to create something, to manifest something that mirrors my vision and my mission to share that vision. And I call those type of creations aligned creation or in the moment creation, because it is the extension of us allowing ourselves to share that energy from spirit directly when it's fresh from source. And if that means that you are using the instrument of turning on your phone and record those ideas, and maybe they're very messy, but here's the thing: your vibe, your vibrational state is what will bring value to the content, to the art, to the photos, to the explanations, to the coaching. This is something that I've been, how should I put it? I've been saying this a lot regarding other things when it comes to conceptual instruments and ideas like time or money. Money or time is neither good or bad, but the application of it makes it so. And that meaning the intention, the energy that we put into it makes it so. If I spend money because my ego wants, outside gratification and validation, maybe that what the money represents is not something that I would consider being good. But if I use that same money to invest in myself, in my own learning, or help a friend out to do the same, or buy a meal for a homeless person, then the money, the conceptual creation can do good. And money and time is the very definition of how we have created a collective belief around something to have value. But the truth is, money and time is just energy. Conceptual time, I mean. We go to work, and most people in the corporate world are paid for the time that we put in, not the value that we provide. The time could be and should be the permission slip for us to understand that, okay, in order for me to actually provide value, I need to put in this amount of energy, in this case, time, in order to do so. But I have been at work spaces where I have got the same amount of paycheck, regardless of how much I have had on my plate. So for, busy seasons when I have worked my ass off, I get the same amount of money in the end of the month. And then there have been the slow seasons and I get the same amount of money. I understand the functionality of that. So we will not go into that right now, but back to the vision and the mission that I have, that I want to spread and inspire others to see for themselves, is that when we share and we feel something for what we create, think of it like this. If you know all the right things to say to your best friend when she gets dumped by her ex, you are saying all the right things. You are following the book's examples. You use the coaching prompts and so on, but you don't feel for it. You don't feel the compassion. You are not present. You don't believe in it, really. Maybe you believe in it, but at this moment you are occupied with other thoughts and problems that you have for yourself. I don't think that those type of help and value would bring the same value as if you really felt that this prompt, this question, this is something that I really feel so strong regarding. And with that being said, of course, I know that if I read something that is mainly provided by AI, I can still, maybe see the value beyond that. But that is, once again, the manifestation, the mirror, the image of the energy that it comes from. Even if an AI replicated it, it's still a human who made a prompt. And even if that person didn't feel, the value of the prompt, maybe they received it from another line that, came up with the entire idea to begin with. So I need to wrap this up because my family just got home. I actually had the intention to make this a very long episode because that was the whole idea that I were trying to get to. No, not trying, that I intended to get to. And that is that for my hub channels, I will really focus on the really long form content, the podcast, that in the moment creation like this is. I had the idea fresh from the source, and I just started to share it with your guys. And also, since I have my own music that I want to share, I will try to add that to the podcast episodes, both as background music, but maybe more so in the introduction, in the ending of the episode, and maybe having like some small breaks, if you will, where for my auditory listeners, my auditory consumers, that like the medium of listening to discover the treasure within themselves. Maybe the B-roll, the visuals will not matter, but for the visual lovers, I will add like a photo of that day or that relates or whatever. So let's go podcasting, long form content, but even more so, remember to create and follow that flow and share it. Create when that flow is fresh in your body, mind, vehicle, because that is what this is. The flow is the energy from your true being. So I hope to see you, or not listen to you, but to hear from you in the next podcast episode, brought to you by the Limitless Creator Spirit, LCS.
It was a mistake, once of all I made was to put my faith in us and see my independence fade away. I wanted to dare to take a chance. Next time I will jump right in, and I was caught in your romance. You are the bridge to get over him. Irony of fate, might as well have served my inattention on a plate. Put me on a pedestal. When I fell so hard. You will play your aces while I will throw you on my card. I wanted to be true, wanted it to last. Should have learned from your history and recognized your past. Struggle in so many ways that you won't even know. When everybody else left, I was at your front row. Tried to meet you halfway, so many times I've tried. But now you put the blame on me and claim that I were blind. I tried to be your friend even after we have said goodbye. So many times I've crawled for you, so many times I've tried. Please let me. Please let me. As I looking back, cannot find what you did see. You couldn't stand anything that I actually like about me. That's your biggest issue. You won't, but you cannot stand a woman's independence. It's a threat for your illusion of a man. First I was angry, but now I'm truly blue. This backward looking structure, this narrow minded side of you. I won't be ashamed, I'd rather always stay naive than let you reprimand me. I won't let go of my belief. Struggle in so many ways that you won't even know. When everybody else left, I was at your front row. Tried to meet you halfway, so many times I've tried. But now you put the blame on me and claim that I were blind. I tried to be your friend even after we have said goodbye. So many times I've crawled for you, so many times I've tried. It might seem naive to think that you won't even